Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another stream here on JTV, ASMR. And as you know, I am your butler, Aurelius. Thank you to all who's come once again. Of course, please sound off and let me know that you can hear me loud and clear, but if not, I'll twiddle around with the settings. Hello, Nova and Lily May over on the Twitch side. Hello, Slasher. Jelly's off for lunch, but hello, Jelly. Hello to you, Alicia, and Minari Jester, reminding everyone, drink water. Be sure to drink lots of water if you haven't already, especially. But yes, as for me, how am I doing? Tired. Just very tired. Not the best physically or mentally, but still getting by, and maybe a bit of streaming will help. Good to know you can hear me, Alicia. Thank you for letting me know. And hello to Zora Zip and Starglow. Who else do we have in the chat? I think that's... Oh, we've got Arctic Fox, hopefully still there. Oh, you drank juice today? Good, good, Slasher. And much appreciated all the same, Nova, but once again, Vimto tax, here we go. Yes, I'm trying to do what I can to look after myself, so there's that, at least, there's that. Oh, let's see if I can just gradually... There we go. Better fitting myself right there on screen. Oh, thank you, Lillian, over all the hugs and ear scratches. I would appreciate both. Well said, Alicia. Just careful with the sugary drinks. Good thing I've got the sugar-free Vimto, even if I am being taxed once again. Hello to Coral Stark. Welcome, welcome. Good to know you're still here, Arctic Fox. Hello. Righto, but how are all of you, though? How are all of you? Are you all doing well? Is everyone keeping safe? Greetings, Dragonstar. I see you. Or did I say, yo, to you too? Oh, well done, Lily. Well done. He's hoping that you keep that streak up that you've got going there. I'm terribly sorry to hear that things are not going well on your end, Nova. If you're coming back later, then totally understandable. But please, of course, keep yourself safe and look after yourself. Hope that things improve drastically and very soon. And thank you, Starglow. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Interesting idea, Starglow. I don't want Disney going after me if I was to use the Darth Vader's theme for my evil villain arc. Yes, I remember. How could I forget, Slasher, about yelling about all sorts of cheese jokes for the Haunted Divinity stream, and to think the title was going to be Let's Finish Haunted Divinity, but we couldn't even do that because of all the jokes we were making, and we were all too busy laughing so much. So next Wednesday, let's see if we can crack that. Oh, thank you, Alicia. Thank you for the kind words. I think you're cute as well. I'm sorry to hear about this, Zora. I really hope your head improves very soon. Try and look after yourself, keep yourself comfortable. Lots of drinks too, plenty of water, everyone, or water with a little bit of a splash of something else, or whatever really, as long as it's healthy, as long as it's something healthy and hydrating. So again, please keep yourself safe now, Zora, and I'm sure things will improve. And kisses to you too, Alicia, and to you all. Mwah. Good quote, Slasher. Good quote. Haha, Starglow, yes, really cutting the cheese with the cheese jokes. Badum-tish. Ah, you hoping to make future fan art, eh, Lily? Of yours truly? I mean, I would be, of course, very, very honored if that was the case, and I would love to see the final results. Hello to you, Lone Wanderer Colin. I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there myself. That's what matters. But I hope you're doing well, too, that you're looking after yourself, and that all's well. I certainly hope so. In a little bit of time, I think we can start looking at those bad album covers and having a good old chuckle about it. Alicia's not really up for any more cheese jokes. Guess she doesn't give Edam. Yes, I did recycle that one from last time. Sue me. Too many cheesy jokes, eh, Starglow? Do you dare me to make more? Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's still terrible. In any case, holding up yourself, Colin. I mean, I just hope that you're keeping yourself safe above all else, is the thing. You saw a bad book cover in the library on Tuesday, and it looks uncanny. Uncanny in what way, Slasher? And yes, Thalicia, I thought we could revisit some more bad album covers. There's still quite a lot that we've yet to check out. Oh. Hardy ha, Slasher. Oh, the cheese jokes. Making some drawings right now, are you, Lily? That's wonderful. Excellent news indeed. And I hope that it all goes smoothly. Very curious to see how it turns out. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, might end up on the stream here during the, you know, the stream starting soon opening bit. Is that so, Slasher? Looked real yet wasn't, sort of bad book cover. Next time, if you ever see it again, take a snap of it. Would love to see it for myself. Okay, then. Let's give everyone a few more minutes, then I suppose we can start looking at these terrible album covers. Maybe we might be able to cheer everyone up, because I can see that quite a few of us aren't doing so hot. But maybe some humor, maybe a bit of joking around might pep us all up, give us a bit of a spring in our step once again. We could all do with that. A bit of lightening the mood, you know. Greetings, Grey. You have indeed arrived. Greetings. We're going to be looking at rather bad album covers once again, soon enough. Still got to get through a final pile. I say final, it could be final for now, but you never know what happens down the line. Might revisit it again in the future, but we'll see. We'll see. For now, though, we'll be looking at more rubbish ones. Fortunately, if I'm going to be actually going through all of these terrible covers, that would probably mean that spending a lot of time making clips out of them and then using up, oh, goodness knows how much time, like scheduling in advance. I'm already up to like late August with all of these shorts of the bad covers for albums and books and video games. Those have used up so much. Crazy to think about. I wouldn't even call it planning out far. I'd say more of the case of just having far too much content to use, Slasher. Far too much content indeed, but still, better to have too much than too little in that case. I suppose, you know, this is the TikTok YouTube short generation, so bite-sized snippets seem to be what's in these days. Even if the ones on JTV ASMR don't exactly crack major numbers, but then again, most of the videos don't anyway. But it's good to kind of have them to keep the momentum going, view-wise. A crunchy peanut butter and grape jelly in a pita bread. That is a bizarre combination, Gray, but at the same time, I want to try some. It's so crazy. It just might work. As that old classic saying goes, of course. Hope you enjoy it all the same. Oh, bless you, Zora, bless you. I hope that all improves on your end. Just remember, your mood matters. What's going on in your head, it matters. Same to all of you, whatever's going on in your heads. It very much does matter, and so does your mood, so does your headspace. Again, hopefully, a bit of humor, a bit of chit-chat and whatnot will cheer us all up. Once again, Twitch has the wrong title, so I've got to change that every time. Silly website, an absolutely silly website. In any case. Well, actually, I had some tiger bread with a bit of egg spread inside myself. Pita bread's still delicious, though, don't get me wrong, of course. And I had a chippy for dinner. Blimey, Slasher. Don't want to overdo it with the chippy chips from the chip shop. I mean, those things are fried to oblivion. "35 degrees soon, TsunamiJuria. Hope you're definitely keeping yourself hydrated. Also, welcome. And looks like, oh, Sora Seong, welcome. We're going to be starting things in just a moment, actually. We're going to be doing a bit of perusing bad album covers, really bad ones, and it should be a good laugh. By the way, has everyone checked out that video? A particular video involving a certain evil version, you could say, of yours truly, being turned into a visual novel. Thank you to TsunamiJuria for helping put that together. If you've seen that, and if you want to see that be turned into, well, a reality, very much, be sure to sound off and make your opinion known. It would be wonderful to make it into a reality, that visual novel concept, but of course only if all of you are actually hoping to see that. I wouldn't want to jump the gun, after all. Evil me. Well, yes, best way to put it, really. Oh, well, What are we going to be playing? Well, we're going to be sharing some terrible album covers for today. Might get back to playing more of the that visual novel Haunted Divinity on the next Wednesday. Might resume that to finally finish it off. Oh yes, Lily May, check out the JTV ASMR YouTube channel if you want to see that visual novel concept video. Yeah, clearly that's what you... sounds like right up your alley, doesn't it, Slasher, based on how you're wording it? It looks like quite a few people here have enjoyed the Huntsman Aurelius video. Maybe, just maybe, might end up seeing that get turned into the real deal. Perhaps, maybe we might have that turned into a visual novel. Probably one of those, like, you know, because it'd be a first-time thing. A relatively short one, but maybe one of those kind of, you know, choose the right paths, but if you choose the wrong one, you get an early end. So you might enjoy just having, like, a, you know, don't click on the wrong path or you get an early end kind of, visual novel. Yes, please do, Colin, please do. For me, Surya? Well, yes, I'm currently in the UK myself, enjoying my time here, and just so seems to be similar sort of accents. What a coincidence. I personally am from a faraway land, you could say, but otherwise situated in the UK. In any case, well, I think now's a good time to start getting into some wacky old crazy things. Some bad album covers. Let's delve into them, everyone. Come on, let's start. Starting off with these creatures. I mean, that's the best way I could really describe them, to be perfectly honest. These musical creatures who look uncannily like one another. Well, I don't think I'd invite them around for Christmas dinner anytime soon. For sure. Oh, welcome, Elliot. Welcome. No, you actually timed it quite well. We've just started with the terrible album covers. Like this one, Paul and Nancy Gray sing Melodies for the Master. Bet you can't tell which one's Paul and which one's Nancy, because honestly, I can't. Like, ugh. Look at these two. They look like they're about to lecture you for using the wrong piece in chess. And they're about to make a musical musical montage about it. So this little. Let's move that up a bit more. There we go. Well, they could very well be brother or sister, but Slash is saying they look like Who's from The Grinch Stole Christmas. Woman trying to ignore the man who's rambling about something. Nancy's just slowly reaching for a hatchet to whack Paul with. Like, Paul, if you don't shut up, I'm going to have to cut your head off. It's the human version of musical creatures, said Alicia. Look like belong in the 1800s. They really do. Like, what time zone are they from? Because it's not from the 20th century. That's okay, Elliot. No need to apologize. Yes, already the hairlines are so far back, like... Is it because a gust of wind has hit them? Are they already aging, like, ×2? Are these characters from The Curious Case of Benjamin Button? It really does look like a graduation photo that belongs in a yearbook. Like, oh, look, it's Paul and Nancy Gray of the chess club, or the philosophy club. The missing members of the Three Stooges, they're missing for a reason. The mum-dad lore that you stumble upon that you wish you didn't, said Slasher. Why does it look like a family photos from the 90s, says Zora Zip? What 90s? More like the 1890s. Like, ugh. I didn't know there were human beings that could look like this, perfectly honestly. Like, ugh. Singing melodies for the master. Which master? The headmaster? They look like they still get mugged of their lunch money at age 35. Slasher says, you'll want to play battleships with their heads, they're the same size. Why do people have these horrendous well, not sunglasses, but horrendous glasses? It's like they deliberately choose like the worst possible ones, the nastiest possible glasses, and stick them to their faces. And ugh. I don't like it. Melodies for the master. If there are for Jesus, Jelly, I don't think the master is going to be particularly happy. Especially with an album cover like this. It probably says more about the album itself than anything. I'm not even going to bother trying to listen to it because I'm a bit scared. I'm a bit scared of what could be on this thing. For all we know, it could be 30 minutes of these these two people wailing out loud while smacking the keyboard with their hands randomly. Cray says, this album would probably put me to sleep in a bad way. Looks like they got bullied for just existing, says Slasher. Thalicia saying, I would say they only doing it just to traumatize us. It's working, Thalicia. It's working. And yes, Jesus would probably be mad of whatever music is on this LP. It was hip back in the day, TsunamiJuria says. For how long? 2 minutes? Slasher saying, Nancy isn't facing the camera. Bruh, get your head out of the clouds. Nancy, yoo-hoo! Look over here. Look at the little rubber duck on the camera. Right here. No. Stop staring at Jim in the corner. He's not interested in marrying you. Oh, forget it. Take the photo. Elliot saying, this album can be burned while I get sent to prison for arson. Here, have a box of matches. Burn it faster. Lily May says, maybe my Tom Jones CD cover doesn't look so bad after all. I would not be taking it for granted after seeing this one. You can just take one look at them, and you can just imagine how they sound. You could just imagine how they sound. Hello, I'm Paul.
And I'm Nancy.
Please, stay away, you repulsive creatures. Your cousin called me strange, says Elliot. Point to this album cover and, get your cousin's opinion. Who's the real strange one here? Minari Jester saying, you're supposed to smile, Nancy.
Yes, Paul. Yes, now stop telling me. This is the 4th time.
They look like the couple of divorce lawyers' advertisements, says Sasha. Made a mistake? Try a divorce. Repulsive. This is your average couple that you're bound to meet in Seattle. Ignore the last names, though. Your average Seattle couple. You can probably imagine why. But they look like they're running a failing B&B's. Probably the most original insult I've ever heard, Slasher. Well done. Elliot saying, Nancy is the receptionist from Monsters, Inc.
I'll be watching you, Paul. Always watching.
Paul looks like he's holding in a fart, says Jelly. Just looking at the camera saying, did you smell that, Mr. Cameraman? Did you smell that? I bet you did. You took the photo too early. Ooh. You know what? I think, yeah, I don't think the Master will be happy with this one, so let's banish this to the Shadow Realm and move on to the next album cover, methinks. And if you think that things couldn't get any more cursed, prepare yourself. That's all I'm going to say. New favorite quote for Lily. They look as boring as watching beige paint dry. They ain't even the fun colours as Slasher. Oh, I would love to put you, Slasher, in a room with these two people and just share your unfiltered thoughts. I would love to see it, and they'd probably just be like frozen, still looking like their faces they're making. Okay, on to the next one, on to the next cover. Roadstar, Peter Rabbit, rock and roll. Okay. What has science done and all that? I feel bad for those poor rabbits. They've been made to look significantly uglier. I think that if the Doomslayer, his pet rabbit Daisy, if Daisy the rabbit was killed by demons and so happened to look like this, I don't think the Doomslayer would probably go berserk like he does in the games. I think he probably would have gone, oh, thank goodness. Wait, who are the real demons here? Lily Mae saying, Mummy, why does the Easter Bunny look like that? This is what happens when you try to feed the Easter Bunny radioactive carrots, sweetheart. It's just not worth it. Slash is saying, so this is the sequel to the 2019 Cats musical film. Please don't sing, Peter. Please, you'll scare all the children. I don't like the smile of the one in the hat, says TsunamiJuria. I don't like the smile of any of them. I mean, the one on the left is probably the average mood of everyone. Everyone watching this, like, huh? What? Those poor rabbits. These are the kind of rabbits I would not like to see pulled out of a hat. What on earth was, presumably that's his name, Peter Rabbit thinking? What a generic name. Peter Rabbit, rock and roll. Ooh, wow. I wonder what genre of song this must be. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's country western. Stroll into your average pet shop, you see these faces on the rabbits. What do? Do you scream out loud? Do you tell the staff that something is wrong, or do you call for the nearest priest and ask for an exorcism? Elliot saying, bro be hitting that frowny face. Minari Jester asks, why are they looking into our souls? Because they're trying to hypnotize us. They're trying to hypnotize us into buying this album cover. It's not working. Jelly saying someone from the 80s tried Photoshop terribly. I'm getting cutting faces out of photographs and gluing them on sort of vibes here. That's probably why they look so ugly. Slasher suggesting, can we turn them into rabbit pies? I wouldn't be shedding any tears if you did, honestly. In fact, the pies would probably grow a face just like Peter Rabbit here and probably would say, eat me. Peter Rabbit is an old story, says Gray. That would explain it. Maybe the artist's name is Roadstar. Either way, all these faces do not strike a lot of confidence in me. Slash is saying, I would call the RSPCA, but I think they'd reject these bunnies. I think the RSPCA would probably call the R-Me to drop some sort of napalm bomb on this album cover. Yes, pass over the holy water, Elliot. Put it in a water gun and blast it. Well, you're lucky, Delisha. In fact, I don't think this album cover could hypnotize anyone. Look at these faces. I think they're probably just to repulse everyone instead. Someone call Peter. I don't think even Peter is going to make an asinine Twitter post talking about animals when they see this. They'd probably go, okay, yes, all right, we don't care about these rabbits. But that's the exception. Lily Mae says, I feel like they'd repeatedly chant, carrots, 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 whilst chasing you. Maybe that's one of the songs. That could be one of the songs on the album, for all we know. Could be an increasingly fast sort of song. getting, like, more and more tense, while all of them are shouting carrots in distorted, monstrous voices until it becomes so loud it becomes distorting and just, like, ear-piercing. Slarglow saying, if the real Peter Rabbit saw this, he'd be hopping mad. Budum-tish. I bet Peter Rabbit would probably say, what the hell is this? Get it? Rabbit. Hell. I tried. Zorasip saying, plot twist, those are actually the guys making the album. I think they actually are, Zora. I think they actually are the band members. Maybe not one person, but the various band members were told, we're going to put your face on rabbits. Photo time! And I think the only sensible person here is probably the guy on the left who voted against it. Who probably said, can we just, like, get a normal photo of some rabbits? Maybe that instead. Or photo of us. But they thought, no, let's combine the two. Everyone's going to be happy by that point. And no one was happy at all. Tragic. Very tragic. It's also horrendously ugly. And that's bad. We don't want horrendously ugly things like this, because that will make the children cry. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of children who saw this at the time and are crying. To this day, at the very least. They're probably adults now, and they're still crying. Oh, right. Silly me. So, Zora saying, no, I meant they aren't wearing clothes, and that's them. Maybe this isn't editing magic at all. This is just the band. They just so happen to be 98% rabbit and 2% human. And this is the end result. Ugh. Send some foxes after them. That'll teach them a lesson. I really don't like it. I hate the thought of, like, people superimposing images of humans onto animals, because it always looks terrible. It always looks bad. Elliot saying, really, I'm scared. My friend just sent me a pic of her bunny. Help me. Send a picture of this back at her and say, look at my bunnies. Slash is saying, new sleep paralysis demons dropped. Jelly says, people who saw this are kids, who are kids are adults now and have PTSD from this. Dragonstar says, nah man, Rogers and Jessica's kids would look way better. Hello to you, Welshie. Hello, welcome to another stream on JTV ASMR. We're looking at horrendous album covers, and we're going to jump to the next one. Let's keep this one locked away in a small hutch while we jump to the next album cover. Look, it's Phil Collins with no jacket required. Well, yes, you don't have no jacket required because you don't have a body, Phil. You look like an overripe tomato that's slowly decaying. You look like you've got sunburn. You look like the face of a smacked bottom. You look like... You look like a raw steak that grew a face and is about to say, meat is murder. You look like that face from that terrible... No one's going to get this reference. From that terrible... I think it's called Cyberhead or Cyberspace, something like that. I think it's Cyberspace. You look like you're about to appear on my screen to say, where did you learn to fly? Every time I crash my ship. Lily May says, how the priest looks at you in the confession booth after you actually confess your sins. And the reason he's red is just because he's trying to hold in all his anger. Brilliant poker face, but can't hide the color. Giant head indeed, Zora. Easy headshot. Elliot says, it's Mars. Slasher says, never mind, this is the new sleep paralysis demon. Just in the dark, you just see Phil Collins appear out of nowhere. But if this was a sleep demon, then you probably wouldn't have felt this coming in the air tonight. Budum-tish. Whoever decided that this was a good idea needs to be publicly shamed, says Jilly. That could be just Phil Collins' own idea. Maybe this was a bad idea on his part. TsunamiJuria says, oh dear, it's like the scene in Austin Powers when they unfroze him. Slasher says, did they take inspiration from the ending of Psycho for this? Here's Philly. He really does look like a giant tomato. Let's put him in a sandwich. Let's put him in a sandwich with a bit of lettuce. 2000s images that pull up when you click a suspicious link, says Minari Jester. Well, she says, amazing drama, terrible at album covers. It was a bold concept, Phil, but I don't really get no jacket required and the fact that it's just your face, but really hot and sweaty? Did you lock yourself inside a, sitting inside a studio? Getting himself all boiled up or something? Maybe he did literally boil himself up. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Slasher says, Phil, can you back up? We don't need your entire head. You really could cut it out and wear it like a mask. It's like one of those cut-out masks you get on the back of cereal boxes. And you know that it's going to be terrible and it won't last long at all. Looks like he's in a dark room developing more photos of himself, says Jilly. What genre is this? I'm not entirely sure. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a spoken word album complaining about how terrible the cover was. You like it when people say tomato rather than tomato, Zora? Delicious, adding, some nerve, they ought to arrest the person who came up with the fake album of Phil Collins. Looks like an examiner looking at your paper just extremely intensely, says Slasher. You weren't supposed to be saying all of this in your music paper. You said that Phil Collins is a bad artist. I've got news for you. I am Phil Collins, and I'm reviewing your paper. You get an F. Well, she says, I guess the record label told him his face sells. They were probably pulling a nasty little prank on him for that. It really is stupid. It's terrible. It's a really lame post that I don't think anyone would enjoy, to be perfectly honest. So tell you what, let's jump into the next one. Maybe there might be something a lot better to enjoy. Oh, but first, a big yawn. You know what that means. Exactly, a yawn. There we go. Any closer, Phil, I think we could put the title on your forehead. Really could, actually. If you zoomed in just in the center, we could just scribble the album title on his noggin, so long as he doesn't sweat all over it. Okay, on to the next cover. Let's bury this in the garden. In the soil with all the carrots and sweet corn being grown. We'll shove in Phil's big tomato head inside. And jump to the next. Yes, we know about this yawn attack, but let's jump off. No, not again. Alright, you get another one. Thank you once again to Zora Zip for that yawn art. Anyway. Oh, you're feeling sick, are you, Elliot? In which case, chill out, unwind, and let's enjoy some more album covers, and maybe a bit of giggles and laughter will cheer you up. Let's check out the next one. Any fans of Queen here? The Miracle. This is a miracle? Looks like an abomination to me. Looks like an accident to me. Look, I get that Queen is made up of 4 people. It's not all just Freddie. It's not all just Brian May. It's also, Freddie. It's not all just Brian May. It's also, 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 Brian that gentleman on the left who says, I will find you and I will kill you, and Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future as well. Yes, totally. What do you mean I yawn like Tarzan? No, I'm not going to woof jelly. I'm not a puppy. I don't go woof because I'm not a puppy. I have to clarify this each and every time, don't I? Well, I'm not going to go woof. That doesn't count. Anyway. Slash is saying, oh god, they're not Queen, it's a monarchy. Oh, you've seen this album cover before, have you, Zora? I've never listened to The Miracle myself. I'm not really a Queen fan, you know. I'm one of those people who might enjoy some of the classics on a rare occasion if I feel like I want to listen to it, but otherwise, this doesn't really strike me with a lot of confidence. It doesn't really make me go, wow, I remember this album cover. It's amazing. I love it. Let's go buy 12 copies. No, this gives me some sort of Resident Evil vibes. It gives me some sort of Mount Rushmore gone horribly wrong for the band members of Queen vibes. They seem to be merging as one. Maybe they're trying to do the, the fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z. Fusion? Ha! And then turn into, their, some sort of mighty combined form. Or maybe they're like, we are Queen. We are many, for we are one. No, I'm not going to go to sleep, Lily May, just because I've been yawning. How dare the photographer disrespect Queen like that? Hey, it wasn't the photographer who glued all their faces together in one. Well, she says, I present to you Siamese quadruplets. Oh, it's terrible. It's horrible. Which one tells the truth? Which one only tells lies? Which one will tell you it's a kind of magic? And which one will tell you, guys, why did we choose this album cover exactly? Well, yes, I am a bit, rather tired, mentally and physically, Elliot, but I think this stream is helping. I think it's helping. And I hope it's helping for all of you, pepping you all up. Good luck trying to win a staring contest with that thing, says Slasher. Well, she's saying, who left Queen on the radiator too long and melted them? Maybe someone put Queen inside a microwave and let them kind of morph together under the heat. Drinking wine right now. I'm not drunk, am I? Says TsunamiJuria. What do you mean? What do you mean, TsunamiJuria? It's 4 images, 4 people from Queen. They're not, they're not melting together. They're completely separate. Maybe you are drinking too much. We've just been playing a massive prank on you. You see, if you can see all the faces melted together, it's because it's probably because you have been having too much wine. 4 separate faces. Okay, jokes aside. Yes, like I said, Zora, like I said, yes, I saw that you've seen this album in real life. What was your reaction to it? When you saw that album in real life, Zora, what was your reaction? Did you pick it up and go, what? Or did you go, wow, this sounds great. I'm going to listen to it. I'm genuinely curious what must have been your reaction to seeing that. Ugh. It's creeping me out. Some sort of T-virus abomination. I'm always up for a hug, Elliot. Thank you for offering. Oh, imagine them singing Bohemian Rhapsody. Imagine them just doing... singing all of the, the instrument noises. Instead of playing the instrument noises, they just make the instrument noises, out loud. Oh, your message didn't pop up, did it, Zora? I mean, you can always write it again here if you want. Yes, I think we should probably get it away somehow. This is not a miracle. This miracle has backfired badly. We're all terrified. Guys, just in the future, I don't think melting all your faces into one is that good of an idea. Stick to the previous album ideas, you know, like that one where they drew them all as big and buff and blue, making them all look like blue versions of Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. That album cover, you know, a kind of magic. So much better than this. So much better. Okay. Zora says, it looks like someone that has DID. It looks like this four-faced creature is about to lecture you about DID, and you've got to listen to all 4 different conversations at once, and then you wake up from the nightmare in a cold sweat. Terrifying. All right then. All right. On to the next one. On to the next album cover we go. What do we have next in store? Let's find out. I regret that we found out. This is Riot with Narita. And are those Japanese symbols? I don't know. I don't know. It's the return of Riot and this puffy, fuzzy, man-eater sumo body axe-wielding creature standing over the bones of likely his enemies. And a plane's about to fly over it, either to get away or drop a bomb on it. While a building in the background's smouldering on fire, possibly because of this big pinkish thing with a gigantic nappy on. Could be a Hydra, Starglow for all we know. Elliot, you dropped a chocolate pretzel and barbecue sauce and dropped it in a cup of water. I think you need to grip it better. Put it in a little napkin. What is that? Says Jellybean. Your guess is as good as mine. You think I know? Don't ask me. Why is a macho fighter popping a squat in a warfield, says Slasher? Maybe he's trying to go to the toilet. Oh, that's a disgusting thought. I apologize. My apologies. I apologize. Zora's saying the thing is on bones. I know, it's creepy. Like, bones of enemies? Bones of people he's eaten? Bones of the fire from over in the distance, and he's just collecting them for giggles? Bones because he's playing oddball in a game of Halo? I don't know. It's kind of scary. Maybe he's doing archaeology with that axe. I don't know. What could it mean? The golden question from Minari Jester. If you handed this in to some sort of philosophy major or something, they would probably give you some sort of pretentious response. If you gave it to someone on Twitter, they'd probably give you some pretentious response about it being a critique of capitalism or something dumb and stupid like that, as they always tend to do, of course. Don't hand this album over to the everything is political crowd, because they'll find a way of making it, making them whine about something stupid like that, when I think we can all agree it's just a stupid album cover. Lily Bay saying, "Oh, it's Godzilla's son." Illegitimate son for good reason, likely abandoned. His head is transparent, is it? Why is his face all brown? I'm not even going to think any further on that question. Reminds me of an evil Macapaka, says Elliot. How that looked like the worst version of Naruto, says Thalisha. Why are the clouds pink? Could they be clouds, or could they be strawberry-flavoured farts from this horrible creature? We don't know, but it is around this monster's general backside area. Yeah, and who caused that fire? Did everyone just decide, oh, look at that horrible creature over there. Oh no, that means we're stuck on another riot cover. Let's blow up the building, everyone. Let's set it on fire for insurance money. This reminds me of those stretchy gorilla squishies you can buy, says Lily May. What, you mean like a Stretch Armstrong sort of creation? You could probably stretch this thing. Looks like he's slow cooked under the sun so much that his body's turned to strawberry jelly. And that face. What kind of noise do you think that face makes? That monstrous creature. What kind of noise do you think he makes? in order to strike fear into the hearts of many. Probably something like and every time you hear that stupid laugh, then everyone starts screaming and running. Or as Starglow says, it's a monster who eats people. Run! That explains the tubbiness. Look at those legs, though. Blimey. Extra chunky. Okay, on to the next one. Let's hope that this plane does indeed crash into this creature, because... ugh, if we look at any more of this, we're going to start a riot. On to the next one. On to the next cover. Oh, guess who's back again? It's Riot. I guess who's back as well? It's the creature from before. Yes, that thing. This is the younger version. Brooklyn Elementary School. This is the monster at a younger age. Riot. Restless breed. Take a rest. Go to bed. Don't wake up again. Stranger Things spin-off, says Lily May. Dragonstar says monkey noises, screeches. It's an alien, says Zora. Elliot's very concerned. What on earth is that? Says Slasher. Your guess is as good as mine, but even the moon in the background is looking pretty terrified. Maybe this child has hit puberty on the the left side of his face. Like it only affects like part of his face. And all the kids bully him for it. Put that thing in a box and float it down the river, says Slasher. Better yet, let's strap it to a rocket, fire it to the moon, and let that monstrous face on the moon gobble it up. Look at this thing. Who looks at this and thinks, wow, I'm going to buy this album. It's going to be amazing. I can tell from the cover alone. Good to know the fan art's going well, Lily. Hopefully you're not making fan art of this, though. Jelly Bean saying bro has a radioactive tumor on its face. He's turning into a half sea lion, half seal. Expire it, says Elliot. Actually, part of his face is just turning into some sort of fuzzy brush. The most terrifying of all creatures, the half fuzzy brush face boy. Now I know I'm drunk, because what, says TsunamiJuria. Oh, you wish, Juria, you wish. Put it out of its misery. I'm looking away. It's gross. Barnacles, that's repulsive for the worst fan art ever. Well, it's not fan art, it's official album cover art. I just don't know what Riot were thinking with these covers. Just, I mean, detail-wise, it's a more competent drawing, but it's still rubbish. It's still garbage design with this monster. Why not just remove all of this and just have the city? The city and the reflecting lights on the water. Sure, you can keep the scary face and the moon in the background if you want. But why not just do that? That would have been fine. Perfectly fine, Elliot. Everyone, you can hide behind me because this is horrendous album cover artwork. It's rubbish. It's complete and utter garbage, and it makes me want to throw shoes at it to make it go away. And boy, do I want it to go away, and fast. Ugh. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let's see, what else is there to say about this garbage heap? This band just doesn't learn. No one's wanted to see a tubby little ginger kid slowly turning into a sea lion abomination. No one wants that. That doesn't scream heavy metal, presuming that Riot is indeed heavy metal of some kind. Either way, though, either way. What are we looking at, says Starglow? A young boy who's, probably growing up a bit too fast in life. Not even his body's catching up. Alright then. Alright, yes. Let's move on to the next one. I think it's probably best that we move on to the next one. So bear with me, just quickly clicking on Twitter. Dude belongs in Area 51. Get him out of school, get him into Area 51. Get him experimented on. Alright, on to the next album cover then. First though, let's see what Minari Jester says. For all so far, I love multi-meaning media, but struggling to find any meaning. Aside from the fact that whoever chose this album cover needs to be fired out of a cannon. I think that's the only meaning I can get. Okay, on to the next cover. After those ones, this is practically tame in comparison. It's Roger Whittaker in orbit. He sure looks like he's in orbit, doesn't he? Shooting through the stars, shooting through the great icy void of space. And he's not freezing up and his brain's not turning into liquid pouring out his nose, which is probably what happens when you're in space. No, nothing like that. Just a big smiling face in orbit. I need like a reverb effect. Just in orbit. Zora says it best. No. You just need a one-word review right there. TsunamiJuria says, the more you know. Do 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 do. He doesn't seem too chuffed to be in space, just like, oh, well, so this is space. It's alright, I suppose. Kind of expected more. Lily May says, I'm going to curl up ashamed into a corner because this is what all my favourite album covers look like. Oh, come on, Lily, they can't all be this bad. Whoever designs this needs to go straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, says Jilly. Roger Whittaker in orbit, and the best he could do is just his big flaming decapitated head. Is he trying to find the body? Is he trying to find new life? Is he advertising music as a fiery comet with... You know how planes sometimes have big letters and big notes attached to them, big signs to advertise things. And instead they've just got this. They've got in orbit, just flying around. Wee woo whoosh. That's the best you can do, Roger? Really? Come on. You can do better than that. This album belongs in orbit in a black hole, says Starglow. 10 out of 10 for that review. 0 out of 10 for this album cover. Slasher says it looks like something that only happens in Tomodachi life. Elliot's going to hide in the kitchen fridge. Minari Jester says a new hot take on Greek gods, just heads that fly through space in orbit. I bet Roger Whittaker here. I bet he was having... Oh, I just noticed. Hello, Ocean. Yes, good time to hydrate and stretch, everyone. Hydrate and stretch. I'll do some stretches now. Yes, better. Anyway, I was saying, I bet Roger Whittaker was just clapping his hands when he first saw this, thinking, really, really good idea, fellas. Fascinating. Brilliant. This is an amazing album cover. Everyone's going to love it. It's wonderful. While everyone's like just sweating, looking at each other and sighing in relief in unison. Like, oh, thank goodness. I mean, good, Roger, good. It does look like a creature from space, Zora. If it comes near Earth, get the rocket launchers. Anyway. I mean, it's not all bad. I mean, for one thing, he has a beard. It's a well-trimmed beard. Right, moving on. Moving on to the next album cover. Paying attention to the bouncy ears, are you, Jelly? Even with an album, bad album covers in front of it can't hide the bounce, boing. Minari just saying, but what about his expression? Like they didn't have an actual photo shoot, so they pulled some casual photo to chop up. Looks like it. Looks like it. Just decapitated one of his favorite little, snapshots. A little Polaroid of him. And there we are, bing bang boom. We've got an album cover. Okay, on to the next one. On to the next. Rock Brigade. The attack is on. The attack on what? My eyesight. Everything looks so flat. And it's making my eyes cover. Even with the attempts at shadowing the bricks, it still looks flat. The half night to the left, the half, I presume, end of days to the right. The fire, I don't know what on earth that is on the right. I think some sort of cryptic statue next to a building. And this thing in the center, I assume that's a guitar, or at least what's left of it. Why has he got a sword? Why is he walking in such a silly manner? Why has he got 2 giant toes? Is he a Sankheli elite from Halo? What is that face? What's wrong with him? Why is he dressed like that? Why has he got one bandage around his awkwardly shaped biceps? Why is everything on fire, but only on one side? This is tiring. It's tiring me out, everyone. Questioning this garbage is tiring me out. Did they get inspired from medieval tapestries? At least those look better than this slasher. What? Looks like something aboard Sethland's grader doodled during a math class as jelly. It looks cheap enough. Looks cheap enough to get probably a teacher confiscated it from a child in class and said, "Drawing silly little doodles like this, well, you're getting detention, young man. I'm going to confiscate this." And then later, "Guys, you never guess where I got this album cover from. Let's put it on the album." Great idea, Mr. Teacher Man, who's also the bassist. Yeah, it's making my brain melt just looking at it, slasher it. Is that a face? I don't even know. It could be some sort of ugly mask for all we know. A dragon star. It's terrible. Utterly terrible. Why is it on fire? Look at those big lumpy toes. It's like someone just took a big cut out of his feet. Again, such flat colors. It's a cluster of too many images and colors just melding into one. Is it a bug person? Who knows, Coral Stark? It could be some sort of cyber bug from the future. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's atrocious. The attack is on. It's attacking me and my patience. So let's move to the next one before I lose all of it. Steely Dan, the Royal Scam. Okay. It's like, what? 10% man sleeping on bench because he's probably bored. 90%, ooh, look at these skyscrapers. It has a snake there and a rat there, and I don't even know what that third thing is, but on the fourth one it's, I don't know, maybe it's just snakes and rats. I don't know what those creatures are. It just doesn't work. If you like cut it out and just made it those two, you know, the cobra and the mouse. If you just zoomed in, made it just those two and part of the building, it would have been fine. The creatures on the right, on the other skyscrapers, I don't know what exactly they're supposed to be, while just a random gentleman laying on a bench right underneath it, badly cropped in. Huh? Another yawn. Just as a warning, everyone, I might wrap up the stream a bit earlier than usual if I get a bit too tired, just letting you know in advance. In any case, Steely Dan, the Royal Scam. He probably named it after getting the album cover. I'm being told this cost $3,000, by the way. Like, that's a royal scam. I know what to call the album now. Is it his dreams manifesting into the real world? Could be, Dragonstar. Character collection through thought reveal template, says Minari Jester. He's going to have sore knees when he wakes up. You're not wrong, he's bending them at an awkward angle. And all those monsters on top of the buildings will laugh at him for it. Don't worry, I'm not going to pass out. Don't worry, but I appreciate all you being concerned. And for understanding. I'm not going to fall asleep like this fellow here, though. Like, awkwardly done. And he just shouldn't be on the cover in the first place. Like, who is that random man? Get off! Get off, random man! Oh no, that's Steely Dan himself. The man who's, you know, made the album cover. Well, supposed to be on the album itself. Oh. Oh, wouldn't have guessed. Alright, he can stay there. Fine. It has the Eldritch Abomination sort of vibes, doesn't it, Slasher? Pardon me. I think what it's probably trying to do is, I think it's what it's trying to do is basically say, oh, look, these big skyscrapers are ran by rats and snakes. Get it? Because rats, you know, ran by vermin and ran by sneaky snakes, and I bet it's probably just some pretentious sort of commentary like that. But it just looks bad. It just looks really, really bad. It's gonna be stuck like that when he wakes up, says Minari Jester. Like, what is this? Looks like some sort of rejected Mortal Kombat fighting stage. Uppercut one of the opponents into the mouths of these creatures. Fatality. No, I'm not an adorable, sleepy puppy butler jelly. And that's not a puppy sound. I'm just a bit tired, is all. I'm just tired. Starglow, sorry. I'm just tired. Oh, speaking of which. Getting a lot of yawns today, aren't we? Boss level room cutscene start, says Minari Jester. Alright, tell you what, everyone, tell you what. No, I'm not going to do some soft jelly. I'm not going to do soft because I'm no puppy. Silly, silly people. You silly people always seem to forget that I'm not a puppy, so I'm not going to be making such noises. So sorry to disappoint. Those noises weren't from me. They were from you. They were from your computers, your phones. Yes, you must have left a tab open with some actual dogs on videos. Yes, that's totally it. That's totally it. Yes, I am a bit tired, Slasher, but well, I'll take a brief break. Let's take a short breather, everyone. And I'll be back in a moment. I'm not adorable, Jilly. All of you are adorable. You're the adorable ones. You're going to be the sleep paralysis demon in the top corner of my room. Well, thank you, Elliot. I'm sure that's a very flattering request that you're offering there. Anywho. Tell you what, I'll be back in a moment. So, behave, everyone. Behave. I'll be back soon. Sorry for the delay, everyone. I'm still here. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's alright. I just went... Oh. Went to get something to wake me up. In the bathroom. Then a little bit distracted from just looking at something on the phone. But it's alright. I'm still here, everyone. It's okay. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. And I see once again everyone start fires, fruits, cheese, owls, typhoons, tornadoes, pandas, kissy kiss and doggos and sugary treats and chat. I'm indeed back. I am indeed back. Sorry if I didn't scare you, but then again... Well, then again, you were starting all of these things in chat, so... Maybe you deserved it. I'm going to hug each and every last one of you for starting such a huge, crazy mess in chat once again. At least on the Twitch side, nothing of the sort's happening, which is good. That's rare. I'd still snuggle all of you, though. Snuggle you all. Like that. I know, Thalisha, I know. You are one of the good ones. You are one of the good ones who behaved. And I'm grateful for that. Alright then, alright. So, okay, Thalisha, you will be spared. You get a polite head pat. Polite. Yes, I'm okay, Lily. I'm okay. Again, just a bit tired, but I'm still kicking. So don't you worry. Alright. Like I say, you'll be spared, Thalisha, don't worry. Anyway, let's resume with some more bad album covers. Why am I not surprised that you just decided to jump in and start fires as well, Zora? And for you, Elliot, when did you start any fires? Can't believe I'm actually checking. Well, beds and teddy bears, alright, you'll be spared. You'll be spared. You get a head pat as well. Anyway. Alright then, Slasher. Everyone gets kisses from me as my way of saying sorry for taking so long. Mwah. 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 There you go. Kisses for you all. Hee. Okay. On to the next album cover. Now you're probably regretting me coming back after seeing this album cover. Ted Nugent, Scream Dream. What? Is it that... Oh, he's got two axes because, you know, axes... You know, which is slang for guitars, axes... and even then that doesn't really make it for a joke, it's just... Ah, my hands have turned into guitars because I've played them too much? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it's okay, Elliot. It's okay. If there's a slight delay with my return on a stream, it doesn't mean anything bad's happening. But, it probably is screaming, where's my clothes? Oh, and where's my hands as well? I can't really play the guitars. But why am I just dressed in a napkin? Is probably what Ted's saying here. Temu Tarzan, says Jilly. Ted Nugent. Scrawnier than you and me. Ah! Watch out for that tree. I can't think of a better rhyme for tree or something. Scream Dream. I'm sure everyone was screaming after seeing this cover, Ted, just not in the way that you were hoping for them to do so. It's Tarzan live action on a budget, says Lily May, with a heavy metal soundtrack. Ted, you're going to be doing the soundtrack for the Tarzan movie. Great! One caveat, we're going to release a single, and we're going to have you in a rag while your arms have been turned into guitars. What? No! Oh, great, yes, make that face. Make that face for the cover. Slasher says, I know amputees get clever with their prosthetics, but that's ridiculous. Like Edward Scissorhands, eat your heart out. We've got Ted Nugent here with guitar wrists. Ted, please wear trousers. Just anything, just put on anything. Anything, we'll take anything at all as trousers. Just put something on, man. Come on. I don't want to see what's on the reverse side of this cover. Did he lose his clothes before shooting? I don't even know. Maybe he lost them after shredding his fingers off by playing guitar too quickly. Maybe this really is some sort of horrendous dream. I've been trapped on a terrible album cover. Help! Oh, Ted. Why did you approve this cover? It's bad. It's so bad. His face looks like a different shade of pink compared to the rest of his body, which is just more orangey pink. Yes, I think we should banish it into the bowels of some sort of very, very hot place. Sorry, Teddy. Not going to work with this one. I can't work with this album cover. It's terrible. You know, Lily May's got a good point. I genuinely wonder if the music of all these of these covers are actually listenable. I think in more cases than not, actually I'm going to say about 50% of the time, I think half of the time, yes, the albums are at least listenable, and some of them are actually very good. For example, one time we covered Paranoid by Black Sabbath, and that's considered one of their best albums. It even has, well, their most iconic song, Paranoid, on it. And yet it was terrible. The cover, that is. The album cover was horrific and atrocious. How's he going to play the guitar with no hands? Well, he's got big enough teeth, doesn't he? We'll just pluck away at the strings of his teeth. Yes, into the fire. Into the fire this goes. Begone, Ted. We're sick of looking at your terrible album cover. Let's move on to the next. And by request, the Snurds. All your favorite gospel quartet songs of inspiration. The Snurds. The Snurds? Who requested this? Gospel quartet songs of inspiration for better album covers, I certainly hope. Are they human? I think the Snurds must have been added on, like, electronically by some clever clogs online in case no one figured out that this is for this particular artist, because it's not like it's written anywhere else on the cover. Look at that moustache, indeed. That is so 70s, or probably before. 70s BC, maybe. I don't know what that man is there, but that's not a human being. That is genuinely not a human being. I refuse to believe that's a human being. I really don't think that's the case. That, you know, it must be a mannequin or some sort of doll or some sort of skinwalker. That can't be a real human being. Come on. Lily's saying, just look at her. Look at her. No, you're not looking at her. Pretend to love your wife. She doesn't bite. I think she's probably staring off screen going, call the police. What? I said call the police. Yes, it is a great album cover. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying call the police. I can't hear her. She's mumbling. Anyway, let's take a photo of you and lovely John here. John Snurd. Snurd. I can't get over that name. What a stupid name. You like her sunglasses, do you, Minari Jester? They're big enough to be magnifying glasses. Horrendous. The aliens trying to be humans. Like some sort of 1960s version of My Parents Are Aliens. And this is their human forms. We wish it wasn't. Jelly saying, he's looking at her, but she's not looking at him, and with damn good reason. I mean, yes, they've got nice outfits for the time, at least, Lily May. Like, they're clean outfits. Good. Did they both... Maybe they're like a Bonnie and Clyde sort of pair. They're a bunch of serial killers, and they just kill anyone, take their lovely suits, and then they kind of grin at each other like this, like, yes, we are law-abiding citizens, aren't we? Lady Snurd. Yes, man Snurd. We are humans. Yes. Let us play your favorite gospel quartet songs of inspiration now. No, please. Can we not? Can we just listen to pure silence? They're like the gospel invaders, says Alicia. These are the gentlemen the gentleman and the lady you see at church, and you wonder why everyone moves to the right side of the benches. Whenever they sit on the left, everyone's moving away like, oh, no, move away, make space, no, oh. Oh my, these are they human? I doubt it. This is like an alien's depiction of what they think humans look like a terrible artist rendition of a human. Coral saying, if it's quartet songs, why are there only 2 people on the cover? The other 2 band members were probably too scared to even get close to these weirdos, so they bailed. Probably, that's my guess. Stuff you'd find in a murder documentary, says Slasher. Dragonstar says, wonder how much Snurd was bullied in school because of the name. What kind of name is Snurd? Lily saying, they're only human after all. They're only human after all. Don't put the blame on them. No, I disagree. Let's definitely put the blame on them. They're barely human after all. They don't look human after all. They really don't. Who are these weirdos? Who are these freaks? Part of me doesn't want to know. They're frightening. They're honestly frightening. They look like nightmare material, like skinwalkers. Like this gentleman's going to turn around and his mouth is going to, like, open wide and there's going to be a vast void of nothing, or maybe tentacles from Cthulhu just pouring out of something, like, horrific. Oh, dear. Right, yeah, they really do look awful, so let's ignore their request. We don't want... No one requested the Snurds, let's admit it. No one requested the Snurds. Let's check out a different album cover. Maybe someone else might have, picked out something better. Let's see. On to the next one. We have Underdog. Is that it? Okay, they got the band standing around, you know, that's okay. They're dressed in black and studded leather and goggles, glasses, that's okay. Spray painted on the walls, Underdog. Cheap. Cheap logo, it's just spray paint. But the best thing they could get for an Underdog, you think, oh yes, rock, punk, thrash, heavy, aggressive sort of music, something like that. Let's get this cuddly little, fuzzy little baby boy right here. Or girl, or girl. The dog is under them height-wise, maybe, perhaps, says Lily. Well, the dog looks like an awfully friendly sort. TsunamiJuria says, looks like a 2000s boy band under a bridge. Slasher says, so a bunch of emos gathered together in the underground and brought a doggo. Minari Jester, you wouldn't steal a type of image from the copyright warning ad. The guy at the end looks very not happy to be there. I don't think any of them are happy. I think they're all disappointed, like, don't worry guys, I brought a dog. Great, that'll be great for our cover. Here it is. Darren, we wanted a scary dog. Underdog, you know. We're a heavy metal band, we want to look scary and menacing. But he is scary and menacing. When you don't feed him. But I wouldn't do that because he's such a good boy. Oh, forget it. Just get on the cover already. Come on, let's take a photo. What do you mean it's me on the album? No, I'm not a doggy, Jelly and Slasher and Elliot. I'm not a doggy. That's not me on the album. You're all silly. Why is the one guy on the left standing by himself? He's probably the one who brought the dog. Thinking, guys, I really tried my best. Darren, you're staying all the way over there. Don't stand next to us. You've disappointed us all. I think the only good thing about this album is the fact there's a cute dog there. Doesn't work with the cover at all. If you remove the dog, it probably would have been a passable album. But this is a pretty terrible album. Only redeemed by the fact that the dog is... Well, I don't know, it's ironic. It's ironic. Like, as Slasher says, they're trying to look intimidating, but they've made fools of themselves. So, on the one hand, it's terrible. But on the other hand, this is an otherwise terrible album where they've got the least menacing dog possible. But that ironically makes it better because the dog looks like such a cutie. Yes, totally scary, Thalicia. So frightening. Look at that horrendous sort of hound representing the underdog. It's just like, I'm going to be given a walk soon. Yay! Let's all pet the dog. Let's all pet the dog. We'll buy the album only if we get to pet the dog. Only if that's the caveat of it all. Okay, on to the next cover. Going Back to Miami? By... Is that John Wayne? No, that's Wayne Coach... Can't even sign his own name correctly, it seems. Gave up 3/4 of the way there. If you're going back to Miami, Wayne, could you get a better haircut while you're there? You look like someone's just stuck your head into a cotton candy machine. Like, that thing could nest birds. That thing could nest probably a small dog in the process. He probably stores all of his things in there like Marge Simpson. Why is wet half-melted bread on his head, says Elliot. He took his head out of the oven far too soon, and this was sadly the end result of his, what should have been a luxurious haircut. Minari Jester says whipped cream style haircut. Really good smuggle stuff in that hair. You could probably smuggle a bomb, Slasher. Maybe he sat underneath an ice cream machine and someone just like slowly squirted out a delicious pile of vanilla ice cream all over his head. Give him the Mr. Whippy treatment. Just stick a chocolate flake in that hair. Make mine a 99. It looks exactly like Gideon from Gravity Falls, says Lily May. Any fans of Gravity Falls here? Anyone can confirm that? Please let me know. Slasher says, did they kill David Bowie from Labyrinth and looted his hair, his body for the hair? Finally put some hair gel on it. Took David Bowie's wig, put hair gel on it, and this is the end result. Don't light a fire around that guy, considering... Too right, Jilly, considering all the hairspray he's likely been putting on it. He'd go up like a mighty bonfire. That hair has its own soul, says Slasher. It probably has a face in the background. It probably has a large mouth of hair that's ready to tell everyone to go back to Miami if you kind of approach Wayne from the back. If you're going back to Miami, stay there, Wayne. You're embarrassing yourself. What is this stupid... Like, that can't be his natural hair. Come on now, come on. That cannot be his natural hair. This is some sort of... This is the rump of a golden retriever sitting on his head. And if you turn the camera around, the dog's probably just like climbing slowly down, slowly climbing off his noggin, and is perfectly normal walking away. And he's probably bald underneath. Lily May says the amount of hairspray he uses would end up causing a hole in the ozone layer. Slash is saying that hair has its own postcode. Wayne, we've got a letter for you. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It's for your not-so-luxurious hair. Where shall I put it? Where's the mail slot? Minari Jester saying, his face is like a middle school boy getting his picture taken by his mum. Smile, Wayne. Oh, okay, mum. Ho ho. Yes, let's try not smiling so much, especially with that haircut on, dear. Come on, do you want to go to the barber's before we take the photos? No, fine, fine. Oh, there's another yawn from me. Yes, if you're going to hide, then I don't blame you. Look at that stupid hair. Ugh. If you tried to cut its hair, it'd scream. It'd probably grow out small little arms and wrestle the pair of scissors from your hands and slap you in the process. Maybe, maybe. Looks like he tried to be as cool as Johnny Bravo. Wayne's probably striking those poses. Trying to flirt with all the ladies dressed like that, but of course never works out in the end. If he's going to Miami, someone needs to throw him into the ocean, says Jelly. His hair would be an excellent flotation device when you think about it. It'd be an excellent flotation device. If you look hard enough, looks like a croissant, says Minari Jester. Should we call Miami to warn them? Probably should. Probably should. If this fellow falls over and hits the ground hair first, probably leave a gigantic dent in the ground and cause a little earthquake. Yeah, I doubt that's his real hair. I really doubt it. I really doubt it. If I stuck my hand inside, I'd probably be climbing my way into some sort of different realm. Yes, it really just looked like a wig underneath there, like a big gust of wind just whoosh, whoosh, just boom, hits the floor, makes a big thump sound. Did you hear about the guy who robbed a Wendy's with an alligator as his weapon? Was this guy? Was it this guy? I mean, he looks like the kind of person who probably would take an alligator down the street as like a pet. Does it happen in Florida? Probably did. That's why he's going back to Florida. Mugged a Wendy's with an alligator as a weapon, and now he's going back to Florida. Let's get out there. Okay then, right. It does look a bit like Trump, actually. Yes, that's a terrible haircut. Give him a sensible haircut. Someone give him a sensible haircut. Okay then, let's wrap things up here, everyone. Let's wrap things up here. I think we can put the stream. It's a little bit earlier than usual, I know, and I do apologize for that, but in any case, I'd like to thank all of you for coming along to this stream. It's been a very fun stream all the same. You've helped pep me up a bit, so I am grateful for that. I am grateful for that, everyone. Hopefully Wednesday, planning on doing the hopefully trying to do the rest of that stream, you know, for what's it called? Haunted Divinity, yes, the visual novel Haunted Divinity. Hopefully we can jump back into that and finally complete it for realsies this time, for realsies, if all goes well, that is, mind you. One can only hope. One can only hope. Anywho. Yes, unfortunately, I'm going to be knocking things on the head for today. But I hope that everything goes well for all of you lot as well, and hopefully by Wednesday we'll be enjoying another one, another stream. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Righto then, thank you very much to all of you. See you all later. Just know that you are all loved and cared for. Stay safe now. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Good night. Good evening. Good day. Bye-bye.